Okay, hi guys. Okay, right, so let's start this webinar number 8. So, my name is Kati Clements and I am the LearnTech Accelerator project coordinator. Today we have a slightly different webinar from usual. We are live at BETT Show, and I was thinking that it would be useful for our audience to know what is it exactly that a project can do at BETT, what is the BETT Show, and show a little on what we are doing, um, because obviously maybe not everybody has been to BETT, and maybe this could be something where you can get ideas on how to utilize a big event like this one. So I don't know what the exact numbers are, but this is an annual event. In some information, it's said to be the biggest educational technology event per year in the world. It's situated in London, UK, and it's here next to the London City Airport, which you can maybe hear from the planes taking off. Currently, I have decided to stay in my hotel room so that you can have a little bit better sound. Mikko has gone to bed, and he's going to talk a little on how it's looking in there, and I'm going to talk a little about what is the LEA consortium doing in the BETT Show. So this is a place where the supply and demand can meet, and this year there is also the educational show happening where the educators can have a similar event, because BETT has been very focused on the suppliers selling their products. Of course, thousands and thousands of teachers and education professionals visit every year, and they can go and check out what is new and what is on sale, and how could the future technology help the learning in the schools across Europe and across the world. Okay, so here we are. This is a 4-day event, and today is day number 1. The exhibition is opening for the public in 27 minutes. This was something that we couldn't find from the website on what time does it open actually. So, but it opens 10 o'clock UK time. So it's now 9:30. Maybe if this goes a little bit long, we can have Mikko sneak into the exhibition and show you around a little bit. Okay. But what our consortium is actually doing is that we don't have a stand, because we don't really believe that a small European project gets a very good return from having a stand where people may or may not come and talk to you. So instead, what we have done is we have brought in the whole consortium, or they are coming tomorrow, and we're going to spend the whole day going around the exhibition and doing some interviews. We are dressed in the LEA t-shirts. We are going to explore what is available, get some ideas, and also to see a little bit also globally what kind of products are around. We are going to go and actually talk to the suppliers and utilize this for research purposes and a kind of market research as well. But on top of that, then on Friday, we have a room in the Novotel at 1 to 3 o'clock, where suppliers can come and meet the LEA consortium, and we are going to present to you what kind of benefits does LEA offer for suppliers. So you are very welcome to come. There is coffee and cake for 30 suppliers, so I don't know how many is going to come, so we'll see if there is enough coffee for everybody. Let's see. But maybe this could be a little bit of a break for you in the exhibition, so see if you can fit that into your schedule. What LEA does offer for suppliers is well, we can put it into 3 points. So 1, we are opening the schools in 6 European countries into this so-called LEA school labs, which means that in the real classroom environment, suppliers can go and test their products and get feedback. So this is, of course, very, very important in order to get some real experiences of how these products work in the real with the real customers. And this is something specifically that we are going to do next autumn, but I will talk about that a little bit later. Then, of course, we are giving out funding opportunities, because the point of LEA is to create a network which is going to apply European funding together or other funding, or to agree on a common demand. So we have 2 project proposals ongoing, and I'm going to talk a bit about them also in this webinar. And then the 3rd point is that we are going to we're offering webinar engagement for suppliers, so you can come and talk to our audience via one of these webinars, and we can do a little bit of an interview. From the LEA website, you can check out what kind of previous interviews there has been, and you can see if this would be something that you want to do. It's about 15 minutes talk where you can show your products to our audience and also get some feedback and some dialogue ongoing. So this is the idea. I was mentioning that there are funding opportunities, so I'm going to talk a little about this new project proposal that we have submitted in December. This is called the Please PPI. So PPI, at least if you have been following this series of webinars, is Public Procurement of Innovation project. This means that there is going to be an actual procurement process. So a purchase of a personalized learning environment. For schools, we are anticipating that there is 6,000 students which this purchase is going to go for, and we have got 3 countries involved. So this is a project that carries out or continues the work of IMAIL project, which was the PCP happening before. So since 2014, 2015, the IMAIL project started and carried out the whole pre-commercial procurement process, and now we are somewhere here in the middle between IMAIL and Please PPI, and we are hoping that the Please PPI is going to pass, and we will get funding for that. We have approached the municipalities and schools in Europe, and they have promised to invest into the Please PPI. So the idea basically was that we came from the email. LEA is a supporting project, and then the Please PPI is going to carry out the work of the email project. If you are not familiar with email, I suggest that you go into www.email.eu to check out what we did at that point. But okay, so what does the Please PLE want or need? So this is innovation procurement. So at this point, we are procuring something that is on the market or is about technology readiness 9. It's close to finish, and what we are looking for is a system that would be very easy to use. Firstly, this is a problematic issue for the schools. We have identified that the current systems are very complicated and they are not as easy to use as like, let's say that I upload the Uber app like my colleague did last night, because she needed to get from one place to the other place and she hadn't used that app before, and she was able to download the app, put it in her details and figure out how to get from one point to the other. And this is how the educational technologies or personalized learning environments should work as well, that if the teacher doesn't know how to use it, that they could just take it into use, and after, I don't know, 15 minutes, they would figure out how to create courses, how to do group work with their students, how to just manage the learning and also be supported by the system. So the current systems are a little bit stuck with their interfaces. So we want to challenge the market to come up with something easier than the current systems. But also we would like the personalized learning environment to save the teachers time. For example, there are grading papers, there are these administrative tasks which takes a lot of the teacher's time, which shouldn't be like that. I mean, the teacher should be supported by the system so that they can focus on supporting their students instead of the administrative work. So this is a big challenge. And also, since we are a European project and we have identified needs that in some schools the kids can bring in their own devices, they should be, this personalized learning environment should be able to use everywhere and every operating system and be a kind of like seamless experience. So there can't be like 15 different logins and it can't be that difficult for the user. So it has to be a kind of like nice experience. And also we are looking for a system that gives some signs for early dropouts. It has been calculated that one early dropout from school can cost, for example, 1.5 million euros for the municipality or the country, and therefore the procurers are of course interested in spotting out who is possibly falling behind, and this is a very, very important factor. And the PLE should also be supporting skills development for the students, and for the students to reach their learning goals. So the system should be somehow adapting to the learner. Maybe they are learning better than everybody else and would need more complicated maths tasks, for example, and maybe this is not possible in the current book. For example, I had a friend whose son was so good at maths that in every single time, you know, he can complete all the maths tasks during the classroom, so that he didn't ever have to do any homework. So for those kind of kids that are doing really well, there has to be better challenges, and in the current world we could be able to provide those, but maybe the teacher doesn't have the time to search for that specific content that could be motivating for that child, and then the system could do that for them. So these were some of the challenges that, and needs rising from the schools. So what the Please PPI does is there is going to be a procurement worth of €1 million. The BIOS group is led by the Finnish procurer from Konnevesi, who are a group of Finnish buyers. There is also from Portugal the Praga municipality involved, and then also the city of Torino from Italy. So this is a 3-country procurement project. What the timeline would look like is that if this proposal passes, we're going to get a notice this spring. We're going to start the project in August, and then the open tender period for the suppliers is going to happen in January, February next year. So hopefully next year at BETT Show we can also promote our tender, and then the evaluation period is going to happen in March and June, and so on. You can read how the process goes. What is happening this year is that in the autumn there's going to be a conformance testing period, and it's going to be done in the LEA school labs. So LEA project and Please project are planned to work in somehow in parallel, but one will take over the tasks then from the other one. So the partners of Please are all involved in LEA as well. So this spring there's going to be open market consultation. This means that suppliers can ask questions from us. There is going to be a prior information notice in the TED system. And we are going to be present at international and events in Europe, plus events in Finland, Italy, and Portugal, where you can also meet us after the BETT Show. But now coming back to this event, so I remind you that we have the Global EdTech Think Tank on Friday. In that, we are going to talk a little about the Please PPI. Then we are going to envision the future together a little bit. We have Jari Laru, who is a professor in the University of Oulu, talking to us a little about what the future looks like for 2030. So actually a little bit larger step forwards, and that is what the Global EdTech Think Tank is about. So please come and see us there. how about, so that was all that what I was going to say for this webinar. Do you have any questions? I think that Mikko, you could show a little on what is going on there in the Excel, and talk a little about atmosphere.
Yeah, it's getting more and more crowded. People are coming in. There's full classes of students coming in, and yeah, there's an endless stream of people coming in all the time. The doors should open in 10 minutes, and there are huge lines already there. I don't know if you can see. It's just one of the entrances. Yeah, people are lining up there, and yeah, I'm excited.
Excellent. So I suppose that's all for today. We're going to put this video online in case people want to listen to it later. And now it's time to actually go and meet some suppliers and procurers. So thank you everybody for coming. I will see you at the BETT